Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. As you can see here, my options, there is a Rhino spec with hounds and sabers, and it's hard to resist. On my opponent's side, Typhoon, Training, Fortified, and Marksman. And looking at those, I would probably go for the Training or the Typhoon. And my opponent, Outman, will go for the Training, which is a great one, even if it's not hounds. Arclights are also very good since the buff to the shockwave. Even if the shockwave's not as good as you would expect, because if your opponent level the crawlers or get attacked damage reduction like underground, it becomes very ineffective. Let's say it like that, unless you stack a lot of arclights, which you can do, and it actually works if you have the deployments to do it. But it's taking quite some time, so let's just skip. And as I say, Training. Looking at those, Magnetic Barricade, I don't like walking into that, so I'm going against his turret. And you can see me positioning my saber very aggressively because I want the turret to target it first. And you see me even put it one more to the front, so I guarantee that the turret will target the saber, not my crawlers. Because I don't want to lose crawlers for nothing. I also sold mine since I'm advancing in here. And with that I am done, and my opponent will also end up going for this side. See here, rabbit crawlers, sold the middle tower instead of selling this one, and he will not be as aggressive as me. A little more to the back. I am straight on the line, as you can see here, targeting my saber and getting obliterated. He also leveled a crawler, which is quite a strange choice to use the training on, but the level 2 crawler is actually quite effective at resisting my hounds. But I still have quite a bit of units, and my saber is targeting his saber first, so victory for me on the first round. Here, I will look to the marksman, and it solves my air problem, since I have no anti-air, and the marksman can deal with air, so that's my choice. The opponent will take a little longer. I think he's going for badgers, or a sneak attack on my side. You see me putting the marksman very aggressively here, because I wanted to start shooting fast. And sold my other tower, since it's not been used. Also grabbed the fangs, which I will put defensively on this tower. And more crawlers, because I was worried that he was going to try to insta-lock the Sabertooth with something. In his case, if I had the intensive training, I would be leveling a Sabertooth. Because level 2 Sabertooths he wouldn't be able to grab on the first, but in the second round he could grab a level 2 Sabertooth, and level 2 Sabertooth is very hard to kill, at least at the start. You see me going for the full flank here with crawlers and hounds, and I also grabbed damage 1. So now I can one-shot his crawlers, at least the level 1 crawlers. The level 2 is 2 shots instead of 3 shots, so even against those it's better. At least until, or not, no, he just grabbed defense 1, so it is still 2 shots and 3 shots. Yeah, my strategy didn't work. And you can see here, 5 badgers on the other side. And my fangs, of course, do nothing against 5 badgers. and I think I would maybe win. I think I could win without the debuff, but with the debuff, no. And he already used it, as you can see, Trench. So both of his sabers are already in Trench mode, which increases the HP and the attack speed, and the range. Here, efficient tech research. Since I had grabbed no techs yet, it's a good card, even if it takes a little to pay off. You can see that one of my sabers also got a level, which is great. And I will put one here to deal with the fire badgers. But I am already out of money. And still no tax. Just expanded an attack to the side with one saber, one hound. Grabbed the level for the saber here. And more crawlers. You see here, almost 18,000 HP without the trench. With the trench, almost 26,000 HP. Winning the left side. And winning the right side. The marksman is helping a lot. Level 2 saber also doing a lot here. And here, another economy card. And I just couldn't resist an efficient light manufacturing this one when I am only going for light units. So you will see me going for it, even if it's delaying my tax and making me not make money out of my other economy card with the efficient tech. Which, thinking back, I don't really recommend you to get the efficient tech because it takes so long to pay off. You'll see me getting levels for the hounds, which is really good here because I want one-shot crawlers. And also finally grabbed one of the techs, so range enhancement for my hounds. And I also have my rhino here. Put it on this side so I could win it even faster. That was my idea. And maybe the rhino could get the tower and help the right side. This round I basically just went for crawler, hound, and tech. And the 300 for the shipper units. And that's why I managed to grab a hound and a crawler. It's only 50 each instead of 100. My opponent ended up going for a shield airdrop. I also grabbed a marksman. A bit to protect against air because he was quite vulnerable. Fangs on the other side. And he also put a trench saber in here, which will deal with my rhino and even killed my saber because it insta-locked it. And here, oil, and things are not going that well. I'm having to kill the shield, which finally did. But middle was not going that well, but the right side is still winning with my level 2 saber. Only lost this side. The saber's taking some time killing my fangs, which lets my other saber get even more experience, and it's almost level 3. Let's speed this. A marksman walking through oil. Slowly walking. And just a little. And level 3 Saber. With another victory. And right as I get my level 3 Saber, what appears? Super heavy. And you can see I almost instantly picked it. If I had got another efficient light, I could get 3 units. The hounds and crawlers every 100 cost unit would be free. But hard to resist a super heavy. And you can see here, super heavy Saber with level 3. And I just grabbed field maintenance. So my Mortal Saber. And in honor of my Giga Saber, if you're not subscribed yet, you could subscribe. It really helps the channel. And me. You can see I'm getting more sabers too. Putting crawlers here to distract his Sabertooth. And second tech for my hounds. So now I'm finally even on the efficient tech card. So that's why I said it's not quite that good. I got it on round 2 and only on round 5 it paid off. I didn't even get any money out of it yet. You see going for using his intensive training to get level to his sabers. And of course Fire Badger. And this killed my crawlers. So it insta locked again on my saber, and this time I don't have the Rhino to help. So left side is big loss. Right side, even with the fire killing all my shaft, my hidden sabers are doing quite well. Even if one died here. This one is immortal. Okay, see my level 3 with super heavy. It simply won't die. Let's speed this. My level 3 marksman, level 4 marksman almost died to the fire. Debuff, so marksman dead. Saber having to deal with a lot of shaft here, but as you can see, they don't have enough DPS to kill it. Health barely moves, and it's just killing everything. The Immortal Saber. Shame it just got another level. Here we get Orbital Bombardment. Too good to pass. When he is built like this, one orbital here can do a lot. Also more levels for my hounds. The Saber, you can see, it only got not even half with all that he killed. The increase in experience requirement for each level really hurts. You can only really get very high level units with intensive training. Before you could get every round a level for a unit, but since the nerf, you can't. The next level, I think it will be 5,600, so 1,000 more experience per level. And he got a level on his saber here, but you can see me elite recruiting some sabers and hounds, because I have the money, and they are 50 money cheaper. Because of my card. And level 2 also really increased the effectiveness of the unit. Since it doubled the stats for half the cost of the unit. You will see me shielding here against the orbital. But he won't go for orbital, just haste module. He's also leveling his sabers. And he also put a Phoenix to try to target my tower here. Even if it's a level 2 tower. But look at how fast the fight goes here. So he also If it was level 1, it would have killed it already, but there was not much left. So even if it had worked, now he won't even be able to kill it instantly because of the debuff. But even if his strategy had worked, the fight just goes so fast that it would be useless. My double attack hounds and hidden sabers just too powerful. And my mortal saber is here, getting more experience. Let's speed this. But you can see the only units that can kill those phoenix are my fangs on this side and marksman, which is level 5 now, I think. With the experience, yeah, just got experience for level 5. Here, went for the mustangs because if my build has a weakness, it would be wasps. Since I only have one fang in here and marksman is not good against wasps, so mustangs can help me deal with it if my opponent tries to go for it. Wraith could be a problem, but not on this side. I have a very high level marksman. Even if I don't have AA on the marksman, you can see I'm still using the assault mode attacks. So Mustang here, the Mustang with Crawler here can deal with the Phoenix if he don't move them out. And I'm just getting more units here, more level 2 units. I'm keeping elite recruiting units. His sabers are double attack, actually, but against my one attack sabers. And you can see here he went for the level 3 Wraith from this side, which doesn't have what needs to kill a level 4 Wraith, because he just used his intensive training on the Wraith. So very high level Wraith, even if no attacks. But I think he will go for the Generation Beam. Yeah, the Generation Beam. He would try again with the Phoenix, but even put Crawlers to protect against missile, but I protected it with the Mustangs and Crawlers. You can see the right side getting obliterated by my army. Even if he killed 2 of my sabers here with his double shot. But a very heavy victory on this side. And on the other, he won because of the saber. I almost did no damage to the saber. Only the Mustangs did a little damage, but too much HP for level 2 Mustangs without attacks. And his ground army is dying. And now it's the job of my marksman to kill this Wraith. And you can see, it can kill it quite easily, even without AA. Here, Lightning Storm and Orbital Javelin are both really good, but for me, Orbital Javelin is better, because my only problem here is the Wraith, and I don't want to spend resources trying to deal with it. Not know if he will keep it or not, so the spell solved my problem. I'll put it here, if he keeps the Wraith, it will die. Simple as that. I will grab Farseers. And I think instead of going for AA, I will just go for Auto Emission to protect me against the Generation Beam if he goes for more Wraiths with that. Because the Generation Beam can be quite annoying. It slows down my units, reduces the damage, increases the damage taken, so really annoying. See here, it's 40% reduced movement speed, 20% reduced damage, and takes 30% more damage, so quite powerful. Opponent also went for Javelin, but no, looks like I didn't went for... Yeah, I'm thinking about the next round, I think, maybe. He went for his javelin here, killing my marksman. Poor marksman. And one saber. But he couldn't target this one, it would survive the javelin. You can see him trying to save his saber, his Wraith, but wasn't fast enough. And he even put a Wraith in here, but my army on this side won. I even put a missile here to help, and it worked. But here, he put more sabers with the Degeneration Beam, and he's actually winning this side. With the Degeneration nerfing my saber, he even managed to kill my high level saber in here. But look at how much I still have on this side. And that's enough to win. Why am I remembering using Photon Emission? You probably remember another match, which I used Photon Emission on Farseers. But not on this one, I just put one here for safety, so I had anti-air on both sides. Anti-heavy air, in case he went for other Wraiths in here, and not just the one that I was killing with the Javelin. But he also went for other Wraiths, but here and here. But that's it for this game. Hope you enjoyed this healing versus trench. Although even if he got 2 techs on his sabers, he only got 3 sabers. So what a waste. You invest 2 techs on a unit and don't get 3 of them. He should have gotten a few more. But I think his biggest problem was shaft clear. My shaft clear was better than his shaft clear. But look at how many hounds I have, and compare how many arc lights he has. It's 6 arc lights against 8 hounds. Yeah, and I even have the Mustangs that also help with shaft clear. The underground threat tech is good, but my hounds are a bit too high level for it to work. And since he didn't went for the second HP enhancement, I think even my level 2 hounds can still one-shot the level 1 crawlers with underground active. Although it also needs to be active to be working the damage reduction. And since he was taking longer to kill my crawlers, they weren't staying underground for long. But that's it for this round. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. I can also start working asking for this. And I will see you on the next one.